guys, so today's video is going to be another Halloween makeup tutorial. I wasn't actually planning on doing any more because I didn't have any ideas, and I was just going to do some kind of autumn makeup looks, which I'm still going to be doing, but last night I was just kind of practicing for what I actually wanted to go as for Halloween, and I posted a picture on Instagram of I'd painted half of my face like a skull, and a bunch of you really liked it. And I just thought, why not do a tutorial on it, because it was fun and I know a lot of you will really like this look because it's so cool. So firstly I'm going to pop in some contact lenses. I always put these in first because my eyes water afterwards and I don't want it ruining the makeup, and so I always just put them in before I start any makeup. I am going to be painting this side as the skull, so I'm going to put like a white contact lens in this side, I think. And I was going to leave this side normal, but I have these amazing kind of aqua blue contact lenses and I don't know when else I'm going to use them, so I might just pop one in this side. Okay, so as you can see I have applied my contact lenses. The white ones that I was going to use, I don't know, something must be wrong with them. Like, I put them in my eyes and they felt like they were really scratching my eyes. So I have applied this kind of mesh lens to the side that I'm going to paint the skull on, and I've applied this kind of aqua colour one, which is still quite natural. So anyway, now we can start on with the actual tutorial. So the main thing that you're going to need for your skull face painting is a white and a black face paint. So all you're going to do to start off with is paint half of your face white. If you want to do this as a full face, you can do. Just do what I'm doing on this side and replicate it onto the other one. I'm just taking a flat foundation brush to put the main colour on, and then I have this sponge which I'm going to use afterwards to kind of even everything out. So I've just taken out that green contact lens because it was kind of irritating me and I didn't need it in. The important one is the one on the skull side. So I'm leaving kind of the main eye area clear because we're going to be filling that in with black later on anyway. I just apply one layer, let that dry, and then go over and do another layer. Now take your black face paint, and I'm taking this kind of thin, it's like a paintbrush, and obviously you need to take some water, and I'm just going to start with the nose. So I can't really explain what I'm doing, but if you just watch and try and replicate. Someone's alarm's going off. So you just want to do kind of a black teardrop shape on your nose to start with. And then very lightly, so I'm just kind of going from my ear and just kind of draw under your cheekbone. And then take it up slightly. I'm really sorry, I think my camera kept cutting out then, but basically all I've done is kind of draw underneath my cheekbone and then gone up a bit, and you're basically creating kind of a socket for your teeth to fade up into, and then you've created this kind of bone here, and then you're just going to fill this part in. So then you want to make sure that your lips are covered in white face paint. I always forget to do that part. And then take your black face paint, kind of draw in between your lips. And then we're going to start drawing a line up towards here where we've just drawn to create your teeth. And then I'm going to start drawing in the teeth, so drawing a line down the centre of there. And then I'm going to start drawing in the teeth. Now the top don't have to be symmetrical to the bottom, just kind of draw equal spaces right the way up. So then what you want to do is kind of start curving out these lines, and it's going to create the kind of shape as the tooth goes up into the root of your gums or your cheeks or whatever. So either side of the lines that you've just drawn, just draw a curved line, like and then you want to take the majority of the colour off of your brush and start in between the teeth, just start dragging colour up. And start blending that out. And just do the same to the bottom. And then where we drew this C shape before, you're just going to start colouring that in. And fading that in towards all the teeth. And then take some more face paint on a slightly larger brush, and we're going to start going around the eye. And what you also want to do is take a black eyeliner and line your waterline and top waterline, just so that everything in the eye area is black and there is no flesh showing at all. So now we have all the main shapes set out, we just want to do a little bit of shading just to make it look a bit more 3D. So I'm taking that small brush again and some more black face paint and lightly just sketching out. And then taking a clean brush, you just want to drag that down and blend it out. So it looks a little bit more like a shadow. And there you have your finished half a skull face. I'm just going to go ahead and do some makeup on this side, just my everyday makeup, and I will be right back. So guys, this is a complete finished look. I think this is so cool. I think it's a really nice way to do a kind of skull face for Halloween. Just half of the face and then half side your normal side. If you do recreate this look, then please tweet me, Instagram me, send me the picture in any way, because I would love to see your recreations. I always do. I appreciate it so much when you guys recreate the looks that I've done. Please like this video if you did like it. It helps me out a lot. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!
To begin, I'm reaching for my Snazaroo water-based face paint and taking my precision brush by Real Techniques. I'm just outlining the nose of the skull. You can make this any shape you want. You can make it as jaggedy or as smooth as you like. It can even be a simple triangle. It's all down to you. I find it so much easier to use a reference picture, so that's what I'm looking at now. My reference picture was actually a picture of someone else's makeup that I found on Google, so this isn't my original idea. I am just sort of borrowing it from someone else. And here, as you can see, I'm just outlining all the different parts of the skull. And then I'm going on to the mouth, and I'm just creating some simple vertical lines down my mouth. And then I'm also going to be extending the sides of the mouth a little bit and drawing on some teeth onto that as well. I'm going into the center of my mouth and just filling that space between my lips with some black face paint, just to give the mouth a little bit more depth. Next, I'm going to be reaching for my white face paint, and I'm just using a flat brush to go over any white sections of the skull. Make sure to leave the hollow parts blank on each side. I'm then building up on that white in the teeth, just to give the teeth a little bit more dimension. Now I'm going back to the black, then I'm creating the hollow parts of the jawline. I'm then just tidying up that black line separating my face from the skull mask. I am now going in with a Real Techniques angled brush, and I'm just sort of shading the hollow parts of the skull. And then I'm also using that to outline the teeth and just darken any black lines. I'm also creating little tiny gaps between the teeth just to make it look a little bit more realistic. Then I have reached for a black eyeshadow from the Urban Decay 2 palette, and I'm just further shading that hollow part of the skull. I'm then picking some of that black eyeshadow onto a precision brush, but make sure you do this very, very lightly, and then I'm just going over the teeth just to outline them a little bit. Next, I'm moving on to the bottom portion of this skull, and I'm returning back to the white face paint just to fill everything else out. I'm now returning back to that detailer brush, and I'm just fanning out any of the teeth and just creating little shadows in between them. Next, I'm taking a slightly bigger precise brush, and I'm creating these lines underneath the curves of the mask. And then I'm going back to my detailer angled brush by Real Techniques, and I'm just creating really, really slim, sharp lines. reaching for a fluffy blending brush and I'm taking some black eyeshadow just to shade above the line that we created. You want to make sure that you leave that white line as a little gap. This will just bring that section a little bit more forward and make it look much more 3D. Using my Urban Decay Primer Potion, I'm just going to prime my eyelids so that they're all ready for the eyeshadow. I'm reaching for Tease as a crease colour just to blend everything out, and I'm blending that in with a big fluffy brush. I'm then going in with Blackout and I'm just applying that all over the lid and create a smoky line so that it blends into the tease. Oh, got something stuck in my eye. That always happens to me. I'm then using a flat brush to sort of line my lower lash line and the inner corner. And then I'm just applying a mascara by Bourjois. And that is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you do recreate it, definitely tag me on Instagram. I would love to see your recreations. Hope you guys have a happy Halloween this year. I'll see you in my next video.